Let's talk about how you, as a lawyer, can serve more people without adding more hours to your workload on an ongoing basis. Now, I shared with you in a prior video, and I'll link that down below for you, that I am creating a digital course in my law firm. And I just wrapped up recording my first module of the course, and I wanted to update those of you who may be interested in creating your own course or digital product and incorporating that into the legal services that you offer in your law firm. Now, I've been doing probate work for over 16 years now, and I repeatedly have seen a gap between people who can do a probate on their own entirely and those who need full-blown representation with a lawyer. There's a gap in there that needs to be filled. And so I think there's a lot of room in different professional service providers, fields to be able to use digital products to fill those gaps in their profession. Now, for us, I'm in the Seattle area. Our local court sells a packet of forms of the pleadings, but a lot of times people are still lost, right? They have no direction. There's no roadmap. There's no guidance. It's just, here's the packet of forms that you need to do a probate from start to finish. Here you go, right? And the court can't give that legal advice. And so for me, I see an area where I can help those who want to do it themselves, don't need a full-blown attorney, but need that roadmap and that guidance. And so that's where I have seen and identified where I can come in and kind of fill this gap to help those people. Now, at my law firm, I get a large volume of calls of people who are seeking probate help. But due to the capacity of my firm and how I want my law firm to run and the time that I want to keep for myself, I can't help all the people who need probate services. And so we limit the probates that we take to just those for the wills that we prepared at our office, or if it's an immediate family member who passed away, and the family member is a client of mine. So those are the two types of cases that I'll take probates for. Otherwise, if they don't fit those parameters, I'm referring those cases out. And I refer a large volume of probates out on, I would say, about a daily basis at this point in my practice. And so I know that there are certain types of probates where they are going to need a full-blown attorney. If there's disputes, if there's no will, if any of the heirs are minors, if the estate is insolvent, if there's estate taxes. I mean, there are some requirements and parameters where you need to hire an attorney. But I think there are enough, and I have seen enough more simple probates where I can provide digitally the guidance, the roadmap, the support without having to offer full-blown one-on-one representation. And so for me, it's great for my firm because once I create the course, it's kind of a set it and forget it. It's on evergreen. And I'll probably go in and update it as maybe things change or changes in the laws or the courts change their filing fees. I'll do some updates. But other than that, it's kind of a self-standing product. And for the clients, it's great because they get the guidance and instructions from an attorney on how to navigate through probate without paying for that one-on-one time. So I do see the ability of it being kind of a win-win. I also see the pitfalls, right? I see where somebody may buy the course and it's not a good fit for them. So we're going to have all the disclaimers and the requirements to be able to purchase the course. I mentioned this in the first video I talked about creating this course. I've talked to our state bar's ethics council to get opinions on it and to make sure I'm navigating through our RPCs and complying with everything. And so I have done my due diligence in working on building this course. And so I feel very confident in my ability to be able to offer this course for those clients who need these types of services. So again, this is for clients who have more simpler probate cases where the executor can probably handle it from start to finish with some guidance from me and from the roadmap from me, and that's where my course comes in. So where am I in the process of creating this course? Now, I will say this is not my first time creating a course or a digital product. I've done this before, but I've never done it in my law firm. So that's where it's a bit different for me. And so actually this morning, I just wrapped up module 1 of my course, recording those videos. And so I finalized my outlines for the course earlier this week. I actually have a stack here So these are my outlines for the different lessons and the modules of the course. This is for module 1. This course has 3 modules in it, and the first module was actually preparing to open probate, filling out the pleadings, deciding which court to file the probate in, and actually walking them through how to open the probate, how to go to the clerk and get letters testament, like how to do those steps. That was all module 1, and that was over 4 different lessons. And so I recorded those 4 lessons this morning, and there's a lot of steps in this process, but I'm so glad to be actually getting this launched and off the ground. I have been thinking and talking about doing this course for maybe almost 2 years now. And so the first, I would say the first year or 6 months or so was just me doing my due diligence to make sure I can actually offer this as an attorney, as a law firm, and not get in trouble with my state bar, right? And so I want to make sure I do it correctly, follow the ethics rules, follow my RPCs, and then I had to kind of go through and figure out, what is this going to look like? How is this going to work? And we spent a lot of time, when I say we, I mean me, my paralegal, actually writing out the outlines, kind of figuring out how it will flow, how many modules there'll be, how many lessons will be in each module, working to put together not just the outline, but there's going to be supplements of different course materials and checklists and the fill in the blank pleadings and references. And so we've been working on building all that out. It's really a lot of work, but I'm so looking forward to this finished product actually being launched and available for people. My launch date right now is November 10th, so I'm going to keep you along for the ride as I navigate through actually launching this and making it available for people to purchase. So what am I doing next? So the next step is to finalize my module 2 outlines. They have been written. I need to go through and finalize them and kind of work on the flow of them. Then I need to actually record those videos. Now, module 2 is going to be on how to actually administer the probate. So that's what all module 2 is going to cover. I believe it is 8 lessons in module 2. Each lesson so far in module 1 have been under 10 minutes. I think lesson 3 in module 1 is longer because I'm actually doing a screen share for the pleadings and talking through how to fill out the pleadings. So that was a little bit longer because of that, but otherwise they're all about 10 minutes long. And I have to keep them kind of more bite-sized, more digestible for people to consume. I think having a 30-minute video will just be kind of a lot for some people. And I am hosting my course on Kajabi. That is a platform that I have used for other courses and that I really like. It's very pretty. It's a very nice layout, easy to use. You can even, there's an app for it. Like, I really like Kajabi. It's not the cheapest option, but it's very professional, very beautiful. And that's what I'm using for this course also. So the next step for me to do is to actually build out the course in Kajabi. And so I have an outline in a Google Doc as far as all the content. I need to go into Kajabi and create the course. So I need to create the 3 modules and all the lessons inside of each module, create the thumbnail images for the different lessons and modules, and just create the flow in Kajabi. So I'll be doing that also in this next week. So I will keep you posted along the way as I progress through this course creation. So if you have any interest in a digital product or a course for your law firm, stay tuned. I'm going to show you all the things that I'm doing and how I do it. And if you're not going to do a course, no digital products for you, but you just kind of want help and support in opening your law firm and managing your law firm, make sure you stick around because what we talk about here on this channel. So thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.